The bustling port city of Bharukacha, modern-day Bharuch in Gujarat, India, was where Vimalsuri, a Jain monk of profound wisdom and compassion, began his life's journey in the 5th century CE. Born into a prosperous merchant family, young Vimalsuri received a good education. However, the allure of material wealth held little attraction for him. His heart yearned for something more, a deeper meaning beyond the mundane. Vimalsuri was drawn to the teachings of Jainism, with its emphasis on non-violence, truthfulness, and the pursuit of spiritual liberation. He was particularly moved by the Jain principle of Gyor Jin Do, live and let live. This philosophy resonated deeply within him, shaping his worldview and guiding his actions. Vimalsuri's decision to renounce worldly life and embrace the austere life of a Jain monk did not come as a surprise to those who knew him. His family, though initially apprehensive, recognized the genuineness of his calling and gave him their blessings. Thus began Vimalsuri's journey on the path of spiritual enlightenment. His days were spent in deep meditation, studying scriptures and engaging in religious discourses with fellow monks and scholars. Vimalsuri quickly earned a reputation for his sharp intellect, insightful interpretations of Jain philosophy, and his compassionate nature. His wisdom and teachings attracted a growing number of followers, eager to learn from this enlightened soul. India has a long and rich tradition of storytelling, with epics like the Ramayana and Mahabharata playing a central role in its cultural and spiritual landscape. These tales have been told and retold for centuries, with each retelling offering a unique perspective on the characters and events. Vimalsuri, a scholar of Jainism, grappled with the traditional narrative of the Ramayana, particularly the depiction of Ram, considered an avatar of Vishnu in Hinduism. The violence and war portrayed in the traditional Ramayana troubled Vimalsuri. He found it difficult to reconcile these actions with the Jain principle of Ahimsa, which advocates for non-violence in thought, word, and deed. To him, the idea of a compassionate and righteous individual like Ram engaging in warfare seemed contradictory. This dissonance prompted Vimalsuri to delve deeper into the essence of the Ramayana. He sought to understand the story through the lens of Jain philosophy, focusing on the underlying message of dharma, karma, and the consequences of one's actions. He believed that the true essence of the epic lay not in the literal interpretation of events, but in the moral and ethical dilemmas it presented. Vimalsuri envisioned a retelling of the Ramayana that aligned with Jain principles, emphasizing the virtues of non-violence, forgiveness, and compassion. He wanted to present a Ram who embodied these principles even in the face of adversity. Driven by his convictions, Vimalsuri embarked on a literary endeavor that would reshape the way the Ramayana was perceived, particularly within the Jain community. This led to the creation of the Paumakariyam, also known as Padmakaritram, a Jain rendition of the epic composed in Prakrit, a language accessible to the common people. The Paumakariyam stands as a testament to Vimalsuri's dedication to Ahimsa. In his retelling, Ram, the protagonist, is portrayed not as a warrior king, but as a compassionate Jain hero who abhors violence. The concept of war is replaced with the idea of internal conflict and spiritual struggle. Even Ravana, the antagonist, is not depicted as purely evil, but as a complex character driven by his desires. The Paumakariyam, while drawing inspiration from the original Ramayana, introduced significant deviations, reflecting Jain values and beliefs. One striking difference was the absence of Ram's act of killing Ravana. Instead, Ravana's death is a result of his past karma, highlighting the Jain principle of karmic retribution. Vimalsuri's retelling emphasized the importance of inner transformation over external conquests. He portrayed Ram's journey as a spiritual quest, a struggle against inner demons, ultimately leading to liberation, a central tenet of Jainism. This emphasis on spiritual growth and self-realization resonated deeply with Jain audiences. The Paumakariyam, with its unique perspective and profound message, soon gained immense popularity, particularly among the Jain community. It provided a version of the Ramayana that aligned with their values and beliefs, offering moral and ethical guidance in line with Jain teachings. However, Vimalsuri's bold reinterpretation did not come without its share of challenges. There were critics particularly from orthodox Hindu circles who questioned his deviations from the traditional narrative. They accused him of distorting a revered epic and challenged his interpretations. Undeterred by these criticisms, Vimalsuri stood firm in his convictions. He engaged in scholarly debates, defending his work with reason and logic, always emphasizing the importance of ahimsa and compassion. His calm demeanor, profound knowledge, and unwavering belief in his message eventually won over many of his critics. Vimalsuri's Paumakariam stands as a lasting testament to the power of compassion and non-violence. It serves as a reminder that even amidst conflicts and challenges, there is always a path of peace and understanding. His work continues to inspire generations, promoting tolerance and respect for all living beings. The Paumakariam remains a cornerstone of Jain literature, reminding us of the timeless relevance of ahimsa and the transformative power of storytelling.